Hello everyone, Josh MC2000 here, and today I've got a video for you all on Robin issue 1 through to 3. This is the 2021 series and it's starring Damian Wayne. Be warned, this is going to be quite spoiler heavy because I do want to talk about some stuff from these 3 issues pretty in depth, or fairly in depth. I know it's been a while, but partly that's because I've been wanting to take a little bit of a break from doing videos. I'm going to try and do them a bit more regularly now. A few comics I want to cover. This is the first of a few. And, well, you might be thinking, Josh, I thought you didn't like Damian Wayne. You've gone on record saying multiple times he annoys you. You're not a fan. So, why are you reading his book? Well, first of all, I've got some of the old 90s to like early 2000s Robin, which was like Tim Drake. I've not read them all because I'm missing some issues. It doesn't quite run through together. I need to collect those. But you know, so I have read Robin in the past. You know, that was the Chuck Dixon run. But Ravenger's in this, and she's not really in anything at the moment. Like, she's kind of referenced in Gotham Future State, but that's about it. So, you know, I kind of figured, you know, she's not in anything else at the moment, so, you know, I might as well pick it up and give it a read. I mean, Damien might get on my nerves, but hey-ho. We'll see what happens, you know, this is kind of like, And to be honest, here's the thing. People are saying to me, oh, Damien depends on who's writing him, you know. Sometimes he can be really annoying, but sometimes he can actually be quite interesting when written well. And it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. So let's see what this is about. So I picked it up and read it. And first thing I noticed, it appears the author is a fan of Mortal Kombat. The setup for this Lazarus tournament is very much in the same sort of vein as the Mortal Kombat tournament from the original Mortal Kombat. You have this organisation called the League of Lazarus, which is, I think it's some kind of rogue offshoot of the League of Assassins, you know, it's something like that. They've got some kind of mystical Lazarus pit stuff going on. Because basically what happens is, in this tournament you have 3 lives. And each time you die you lose a life, you get resurrected, you know, like, you know, it's a mystical side of it. So basically, you know, 3 times and then you're dead permanently. And basically these rules are kind of semi-explained to us by the person in charge before Damien decides he's gonna go in like Rambo and demand a challenger. Which doesn't end well for him. Because he comes across one of the new characters called Flatline. And she low-key rips his heart out like a goddamn fatality. Now, yeah, of course, it's not as gory as Mortal Kombat, obviously, because the comic's only rated a teen, but yeah, yikes, Damien, you should probably at least listen to the rules before you jump in head first. It's actually quite funny, because afterwards, Ravenger's kind of like chastising him for it, like, you know, like, what the hell, if you just sat there and listened for like 5 minutes, that wouldn't have happened. Which, she kind of takes on the role of a kind of semi-begrudging mentor. She says she's not there for the tournament, she says. She's got her own agenda. So it'll be interesting to see how over the course of this story arc we find out what that agenda is. And, you know, we also find out what Robin's there for, because Alfred's dead in the current continuity and he was snooping around the Lazarus pit that they have. So I think he might be trying to bring Alfred back. Which, you know, like, if that happens, hey ho, that's perfectly good, you know, I like Alfred. Shouldn't have been killed off in the first place, DC editorial. Should have said something to Tom King. No, we're not gonna let you kill Alfred. Jesus. Yeah, I still got some pent-up frustration about Tom King's Batman run, because it's buggered it up for everybody else, pretty much. Like, yeah, the guy writing Batman at the moment is doing a pretty good job. I've not read it for like, I'm a few issues behind. I've got like a pile of Batman issues I need to read through. But when I catch up on those, I'll probably do a video on it, because the Batman Nightwing, and this Robin series have been pretty good so far. No comment on Batman Second Son, because it's only 4 issues, so I was waiting for the 4th issue to arrive that arrived this week before reading that. So yeah, Batman books have been pretty decent lately, you know, like not being a... You know, the Batman book feels like it's building towards Future State, and I don't know. The Nightwing book by Tom Taylor has probably been my favourite so far, but this Robin book is a close second. I definitely very much like the Mortal Kombat-esque tournament they've got on. And given the fact that you literally only have 2 legacy characters from DC, which is Robin and Ravager, it means everybody else in this tournament is fair game. Like, you know, it's not like Deathstroke and Deadshot are there, you know, like, because you know for a fact if Deathstroke and Deadshot are there, they wouldn't let them kill them off, you know, like, and, you know, because DC is kind of heading towards Future State, we know both Damian and Rose are going to be fine, but it, you know, like, doesn't mean you can't have a few close calls, because, that incident with Flatline caught me off guard, to be honest. I wasn't expecting them to go there. This, you know, like, they do have a habit of writing Damian to be a bit overpowered, and it's like, you know, he's like what, 15, 16? It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's one of the frustrating parts about Damian. It's like, I don't care who trained you. You shouldn't have an advantage over a guy 3 times your size. You know, like. But yeah, that's yeah, I'm not going to get into that. I did quite like the way Damian was written in this, actually. And I think Rose, funnily enough, like, although when I first kind of copped on that she's going to become like a mentor figure to him, I'm kind of thinking, oh Christ, why are you making her a mentor figure? She's like... Anybody who's read the pre-52 Teen Titans run, past the issue where Tim Drake takes charge, you kind of know why she shouldn't be a mentor figure for damaged goods, because she's not exactly really responsible herself. But yeah, you kind of got a thing where it's a bit like she takes more look at Damian. It's like, you've been raised by assassins your whole life. Yeah, kind of get it. Look, you're gonna need to. I also like how I'm pretty sure she calls him Shorty, which, like, let's be honest, if it was anybody else, Damian would go absolutely bonkers. But yeah, I'm enjoying this series so far. Also, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on here a second, because I've got a tinfoil hat theory for you. One of the characters looks kind of like a Deathstroke ripoff, and he's got these 2 weapons that look very similar to the weapons Jason has in Future State. You know, the sickle thing with the chains. He's got 2 of those, and they look very similar. And at the start of the first issue, it's shown that the Bat family are looking for him, Damian, because he's kind of gone AWOL. Like, you know, how Damian can go AWOL from, like, some of the world's greatest detectives is just, yet again. Like, you know, like, Batman, like, trained with a lot of good people, you know, so I doubt, like, you know, especially Tim as well. Tim is considered Tim's considered in a lot of continuities to be a better detective. So I'm surprised that they didn't at least find some trace. I think that's the right of being perhaps a little bit overzealous with Damian's abilities. But anyway, off topic. This knockoff Deathstroke, he had weapons that looks very similar to Jason's weapon from Future State. So it makes me wonder, is he going to show up trying to take Damian home? Because, like, you know, he's a former assassin, you know, he moves in those kind of circles, you know, so, like, same as Ravager. It's actually part of the reason I think they work quite well together as a couple, actually, and I'm glad DC have started to notice. And, you know, it's kind of like, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jason has one of these medallions from, like, a previous thing, and he just kind of shows up on the island and is like, hey, look, Damian, I'm taking you home. I'm being a responsible older brother for once. I'm not letting you fight in this tournament to the death. Like, come on, we are leaving. Which, you know, also, I'm not desperate to see him in it, because, like, you know, he's in 2 books at the moment. So, you know, if he doesn't show up and, you know, we get a complete story arc, you know, and it's just Rose and Damian kind of like, you know, that would be fine. I'd be perfectly happy with that. But, you know, I do think it would be kind of cool if we see him and Damian interact, because it's like, normally him and Damian are characterized as hating each other, and it's something that personally kind of annoys me, because it's a bit like, surely I don't know, I think Damian and Jason are the two Robins with the most in common. So it's a bit like, you know, surely, like, you know, Jason would be the one that can kind of empathize with him a bit better, but no, I don't know. I just felt like it would be interesting to develop their relationship a little bit more, because he's got a very well developed relationship with Nightwing, and he's got kind of like a sibling rivalry / hatred for Tim Drake, to my knowledge. And kind of like the only interactions we've ever seen with him and Jason is Damian basically laying the blame on Jason for everything, and basically saying like, oh, he's Leviathan, oh, he's this, oh, he's that, oh, I bet you it's Todd. Like, constantly blaming him for everything and not trusting him. Like, which, to be fair, the guy is unstable, so, you know, I can understand that. But that's the sole extent to which their relationship goes as brothers, you know, like, there's nothing else there. And, you know, you kind of got the thing where, like, when Jason has interacted with him, he doesn't really, like, in the Teen Titans annual where him and Damian fought, I kind of got the vibe that Jason wasn't actively trying to fight him. It's kind of like he's just trying to, like, he's trying to do the thing where he puts the palm on his head and just, like, has him swing at fresh air. You know, because he doesn't want to fight his younger brother. You know, he's Bruce's blood son, and Jason is adopted by Bruce, so, you know, they're brothers. And I think there's part of Jason that's like, you know, I'm not going to fight my brother and put my brother in a coffin. You know, like, so I think it would be a bit better if they flesh that out a little bit more. But, you know, like I say, if he doesn't show up, that's fine. To be honest, it would be nice to, you know, like, I like the characterization we've got for Damian here. I think it could be a good opportunity to expand some of his friendships and relationships. I know he worked with Ravager in Pre-52. I'm not sure if that's... But here's the thing, I don't think Rose in New 52 and Rebirth was ever a Titan. I don't think they kept the... that part of a character. She always seems to be hanging around with Deathstroke, so I don't think she was ever a Titan in this current continuity, so I don't think she really has much of a pre-existing relationship with Damian, because at one point he was leading the Titans and she was still on the team at that point. I haven't read that far in the series, so I don't know what their rapport was like in Pre-52, so, you know, I can't speak for that. But knowing both their Pre-52 personalities, I can imagine it was probably quite confrontational. But, you know, so it could be interesting to see what they're like in this new continuity. I've been enjoying it so far. It's a good read. I'd definitely recommend it. Anyway, this video has been rambling on for long enough. I think I'm going to wrap it up now. I apologise if this was a little bit all over the place. I've been doing my best with it, but hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.